Alright, let's get this party going. So, we're going to have a little bit of a longer video. At least that's how it feels right now at this point in time. But, everybody wants to learn how to play and have fun in the game. And that's what we're going to do. And everybody's always worried about the griefers. That's the big thing I hear. Griefers don't bother me, so try not to let it bother you. We know what they do. They like to snipe. They like to hide outside the building. Well, since we know that, then let's use that to our advantage. We're gonna make them play the game how we want to play, because this is an open-ended or open range game, how you want to phrase it. So you can play however you want, and it uses real world rules. Something I cannot say 3 times fast. So, with that in mind, you could influence how the game is played by your actions, where you go, what you do. And we're going to go over some of the stuff that you need to play Grand Theft, and some recommendations I'm going to have along the way. I'm showing this heist because eventually, once you start making a little bit of money and have some save, for 2021, June actually, this is the way to make a lot of money. But to get this heist going, it's about 6 to 10 million. I think I paid 6, but then with the upgrades, I think it was like around 10 million. So it'll be a while before you do that, but it will pay itself off within the first week of doing it. So one of the things you're going to need is you're going to need to commit to the game. You have your favorite game, you have games that you love to play, and it works for you, and you love it, and you enjoy playing it, and you can do great things in the game. And a big part of that is because you are committed to the game. You're committed to the storyline, the character, what have you. You have a connection to it. We have to get that with Grand Theft as well. A lot of times I see people, they're like, well, I'm not doing nothing. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't hurting nobody. I don't know why this guy is bothering me. It doesn't matter. If they have their own agenda, they're trying to play the game their way, and by engaging that, you're going to play the game their way. So we want to play it our way, so you got to be committed to the game, to what you want to do, and I guess that can be overwhelming because this game has such a variety in it. You can do pretty much what you want, and you have to find that out what it is you want to do. So, real quick, one of the things you're going to need is a nightclub. Gotta have a nightclub. That's one. You're gonna need a terabyte. That's a good way to make money. You're gonna need a terabyte as well. And of course, you're gonna need an oppressor. Gotta make sure you have an oppressor. But you need the nightclub first, then the terabyte, then you can get your oppressor, because you gotta have somewhere to put it. So, you're also gonna need an office to make all this work, and you're going to need to become a CEO. This one, the Maze Bank West, is usually the cheapest one, or sometimes free. We have the criminal package. This should be free. Eventually, you should upgrade to the one that's in the middle of the map, with that a pointer there, because that one has a built-in auto shop, so you can customize your stuff from Los Santos. So I like that. Plus, a lot of the griefers and a lot of the battles that happen, or situations that happen a lot, is at this location, the Maze Bank West. That's usually the one where I've had the most issues, and eventually I upgraded it because I wanted the shop, but I noticed too there's less activity over in the center of the city. So That's also, again, going to be useful because you got to be mindful of your surroundings. I say that in a lot of my videos, kind of like, well, now I can't think of his name. Ra's al Ghul. Got to remember that. You're also going to need a bunker. You're also going to need MC businesses. More details about to come. The reason why you need those is, well, the bunker is you can upgrade your weapons. You're going to need the MK2 weapons eventually, but I'm getting ahead of the game. But you need other businesses to make the nightclub work so you can make more money with the nightclub. So let's just get right into it. Some ways to make money, and I understand that there'll be some issues with Simeon, and also with the police, especially if you are a new player. A lot of this information is for newer players. If you've been around, it's hard for me to explain things because I don't know exactly what level you are, what you've played, what you haven't played. So I'm just gonna kind of start from the basics. And one of the things you can do is to steal cars. You can do this once an hour, and you can sell them. The first one I had there, the Jeep, that sells for about $5 grand, but this one that looks like a cross between a Lincoln and a Cadillac sells anywhere from $7 grand to $9 grand. And I've heard people complain about trying to do this because the sim missions mess you up, and they've kind of done better with that. I don't know if you've noticed, there's no sim coming up. And if you do it without shooting people and how you do it, you may not get cops. You always got to repair it, and then you just simply sell it. That's $7 grand. And I can do this once every hour. It may not seem like much, but all this stuff adds up, and this was the stuff that I used to do in between stuff. Your friends are like, oh, I gotta go get armor, or I gotta go get this vehicle, or I gotta call mutual insurance, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or they gotta go to the bathroom or get something to drink. Then you can go steal a car real quick. Gives you something to do. Make some dough. Also, what you don't want to do is you don't want to buy a bunch of apartments and houses and garages. Don't buy any of that stuff. Because all the businesses that you buy, that you do need, you'll get the garage space that you need. Because you get a free house, and that'll give you like a 1-car garage, maybe a 2. I got the criminal package, so I got a pretty decent deal. But there's always deals every week, and that's what you got to look out for. So if you have the CEO and it's on sale, but there's no garage for it, then you gotta wait. I would recommend waiting for the sale, or if you have the criminal package, you should be able to get the office and the garage for free. So as you can see, we're in the nightclub. So we're going to talk about that then. The nightclub is good for passive income because, again, if you have the bunker, you'll get product from that. If you have an MC business, the meth, the coke, and the counterfeit are the top ones to have for the MC business if you want to do that stuff. But if you have it and you have them operating, you don't have to have any product. Because if you have product and you don't tend to it, you can get raided and get shut down. If you get raided and shut down, you won't be producing any money for this part. In fact, I'm going to pause it right here for a while. So we're going to deal with this screen for a little bit. So if the MC businesses or bunker have been raided and you have to redo all that stuff, you're not going to be actively making any money for your nightclub. Now, what you see at your bunker and at your MC is not what I'm looking at. This is a separate, it's kind of a separate deal. The cash creation, that would be the counterfeit. The printing and copying, that's my forged document. I have everything. The organic product, that's the weed. The pharmaceutical, I don't remember. I think that's the cocaine. Anyways. And that's the other thing too. The names are a little different. Like the ones for the bunker is slightly different off of here. The weed house is gonna be called the organic. So anyways, the MC businesses, if it's operational, you don't have to have any product. But if it's operational and you hire a warehouse employee for your nightclub, they're gonna automatically get your resources from the meth, because you'll assign them where they go. In fact, let's get to that. So when you have your warehouse technicians, you can only have 5 of them. As you can see, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 businesses that we can have. We can only have 5 working. So you don't need to buy all the MC ones, and that gets expensive. I also recommend buying it when it's on sale. If you get the criminal package, um, there's a couple of the cheaper ones for free or really cheap, like 50 grand or something, but they're horrible locations. So if you don't want to do the MC, then the location doesn't matter. Just purchase it, do the startup mission, and then you'll be producing for your nightclub. The ones that I recommend in case you do ever decide to do your MC is the meth and the coke. It's kind of a tie which one makes more. They're both pretty good, but every time they do like a special on it, it's like double money or bonuses. It kind of varies. So don't quote me exactly, but the meth and the coke are the top. The third one is the counterfeit because it doesn't get rated as often. When you do the MC businesses, once you get 50% on any of your businesses, you're eligible to get rated. And it typically can happen between or after, once it is 50% within 12 hours, after 12 hours for sure, you're going to get rated. But the reason why the MC businesses get rated so often and feels like they get rated before the 12 hours comes up, that's because you've been playing as a CEO or not as a CEO, and that timer's still going in the back. That's a little tricky. Plus, when you come back to becoming a CEO, or even if you're an MC, you can get rated from your bunker. But if you go back and forth, you can get rated because you lost track. Once the timer starts, doesn't matter if you're a CEO or an MC. And that's what is the issue, because I see a lot of people playing and they go from CEO to MC, see it back and forth, and again the timer is always going in the background. That's the reason why like lately I don't do the MC businesses, because it's not worth it. If you got friends to help you out, that's a big game changer. That can help you out, and that can change some things. But I only have the businesses because, well, I wanted everything to learn the game. But the main reason why I have it is to help my nightclub. That's where I make my passive income. As long as I keep it under 50%, I don't have to worry about getting rated. Also, if you're under 50%, you can do most of the sales by yourself. The nightclub, you can do all the sales, even up to 100%, because you only have the one vehicle to worry about. So that's pretty cool. And as I mentioned before, you only have 5 technicians working, so if you don't want to have to go in and switch them out when one gets full, you can just keep it, because when these go back, when these 5 get full, that's over 500,000 you'll make, sometimes 600,000. I don't remember offhand, because once I hit 50%, once it gets close to 500,000, I know after 12 hours I'm gonna get rated. So typically when I see it about 50%, I'll do this sell, but you don't really have to. But again, that's a good passive way to make moolah. And also, while you're doing your bunker, if you're doing the research for the bunker for the weapons, that's got nothing to do with the product that your technician over here is doing to get the product to make you some money. That's 2 different situations going on. They don't interfere with each other, so that's kind of cool. So even though we're like, well, I'm gonna do my bunker because I want to make money off my bunker, well, you will in time, but do the research, and in the meantime, let your nightclub. And then once you get all the research done, you'll have the upgraded weapons. You'll be able to defend yourself better, whether it's against NPCs and missions, random acts, or against griefer. And if you can able to defend yourself better, then the less time you will be dealing with dying, because as you die, you'll lose money, and the more you get grief, that'll affect the time it takes you to make money. And that's how I look at it. If I'm not making money, then I'm losing money. I'm kind of anal about that kind of stuff. Very methodical, I guess, when it comes to this. But hey, I make my money. Another good way to make money, especially in the beginning, is to promote your nightclub. And it's about 10 grand per hour. Once your population is full, you make about 10 grand per hour. Sometimes they have a special and they do triple. So you'll be making 30 grand, up to 70 grand, because that's what your safe can hold. And that's another passive income to have. Doing the populations don't take the promotions. They don't take that long to do, and it's a good thing to do in between. So you kind of like want to stay active. I know a lot of people want to fuck off and mess around, and you can do that, but you're not going to be making any money. And that's what I mean by commitment. You gotta commit to the game for I gave it 90 days, because everyone learns at their own rate. Everyone gets focused and sidetracked on many different things and many different scenarios. So you're gonna have to find your own rhythm. All right, now we got that part out of the way. You need to upgrade your nightclub. If you want to make a profit, you have to do all these upgrades. I know it sucks, I know it's expensive, but you won't be making a profit. So you have to do your equipment, you have to do your staff, and you have to do the security. I know you'll still get rated, but you won't get rated as often. And I haven't been rated in the nightclub since I don't remember how long. Again, I don't let it get to 100% because I'll probably be rated by that point. If by some chance it does and I notice it, I'll do a sell right away. And you have to be in an open lobby to do a sell on any business this time. So that helps out with that. A pro tip, as you can see, you don't want to deal with griefers, then don't. Learn to travel between buildings. It's another thing that you may want to have is a facility. I use that for tactical reasons and also to travel and get away from griefers, because if I'm over, like I said, by the maze bank where the action is, or the casino, or the airport, this is a good way to get away, and it'll take them a little bit to get over to here. All my locations, I strongly believe, and I'm adamant about it, are the best locations. And there's a few videos on that, on why it's the best, and they go into way more detail than I'm gonna. I take their word for it. I've used these locations. I've had the worst locations before because I didn't have the money. I bought this cheap stuff. You're better off just getting the good location ASAP. Oh, crap. The other reason for having a facility is, you're in battle and you got griefers and you're like, oh, I don't have any, snacks. You can come here and get snacks. You can invite your friends here. And this has a dual purpose. Not only is it going to get your friends out of trouble and away from griefers, but it'll also allow them to get snacks. See, there's two people here. There's a girl over here and there's the guy over there. They both can sell you snacks. For me, it's free. Pretty sure it's free for people that are working for me. If you're not working for me, you can still get snacks. I'm going to invite you, but I think it's $1. I don't know, because every week they do an update and they do little changes. So a lot of this information, you gotta bear with me. It's only correct as long as Rockstar doesn't decide to fuck with it or change it. So plus it's a good place to regroup. There's weapons in there. You can get ammo. And as I mentioned in my other videos, always travel with the purpose. On the left side, you'll see that I have armored vehicles. If you have friends with you or armored, you don't want to get hit by oppressors. The take can take a few hits, but the half track and the excursion can take a lot of hits from an oppressor. So I can use that to travel. And I understand if you don't have it, you don't have it. The other thing is I travel with an oppressor that's faster. I understand if it blows up, you can't use it for 5 minutes. Well, I have more than one oppressor. I have them in all the garages that I use often, or my apartment, my facility, my arcade. Those are places that I go to. This is the best location for the bunker. As you can see, it's right next to my facility, center of the map. So all the missions from the facility, from the Doomsday, and from the bunker, all the distances now, no matter how they decide to put it and coordinate it and make you go, it's going to be half the distance. Because if you were always in Paleto Bay, you'd have to travel all the way from the north all the way to the south. If you had a facility or a bunker in Los Santos, all the way in the south near the airport or the industrial area, they're going to make you go all the way north to Paleto Bay. That's just what they're going to do, despite what you may have heard on other sources and other videos. If you choose the center of the map, Not only can I travel to all my MC businesses, my bunker, and my facility in a short amount of time, which the faster you can get around, the better. Yeah, I gotta be in a public to show you all that cool stuff, which I think. And as always, as I mentioned with the nightclub, the bunker as well, you need to upgrade all that stuff. Just upgrade it. I know it costs money. Don't worry about that. You're gonna get the money back. You're gonna make, just we all got to go through it. But as I was saying, if all your businesses and all your organizations are close nearby, that's less time to travel. Less time to travel means less opportunity for those griefers. So that's what I mean by committing to the game. The game has its own set of rules and it will create its own rules. And we have to be aware of these rules if we're going to be successful in the game. And as I mentioned before, see how there's a supply level? This supply level has nothing to do with what's going on at the nightclub. As long as the bunker is not raided and it's active, see how it says business status active? As long as this is active, you don't have to have product, but as long as it's active, my nightclub's making money passively. So that's cool. And then once you get all your research done and you do stock level, under 50%, you're not going to get raided. Once you get over 50%, again, I think it's within 12 hours, you're going to get raided, or after 12 hours, you can get raided. So if you stay under 50%, you can still do the missions by yourself, and you don't have to worry about getting raided. Sometimes there's like more than one vehicle if it's just 50%. But if you're lower than that, like I'll buy my supplies. The first time you buy it, that's guaranteed going to be one vehicle, so I can definitely do it myself. It's about 210,000. But I can do that as many times, as I want. Everybody wants to do it, the whole full million. I used to do it that way, but I had friends, I had help, we had other stuff going on, so that was beneficial. But doing these missions lately, I've been, on my own, so I only do it when it's 210,000. If it's just under 50,000 or 500,000, I should say, then I try to have somebody else. If not, it's still going to be two vehicles, and I can typically still get it done. I only have a difficulty getting it done when there's three vehicles. You can still kind of do it, but 4 vehicles is too much of a problem. But if you got the one in Paleto Bay, way out there, which is the free one, criminal package, it makes me go all the way south, and I don't have enough time. The location I'm at now, I can get it done in half the time, which means I actually have the time to complete it, so hope that helps out. A lot of information. This is such a tutorial. Alright, back to the fun stuff. So I'm going to show you real quick on the map. You'll see the area I'm in. This is the best area for all your MCs and all your businesses. This is where you keep your MOC. It's another thing you're going to need. This is an add-on anti-airs. That's another video. But I use the MOC because there's a storage inside of it. You can also use it to upgrade your weaponized vehicle. I have an Avenger. You can do that in there. So in the beginning, that's what I had to use was my MOC. Also, once you get an Avenger, and then you can use your MOC as a storage place, which is very useful because then you can fast order the vehicle you have in there, whether it's the Vigilante or an Excursion, and that'll put it like right next to you, and that's quicker than calling the mechanic. So once you have the bunker and the terabyte, and doing the research, you're going to need the MK2 weapons, and you can do it at your arcade if you have one of the prep missions already done for the diamond heist, casino heist. It'll be in there, or if you have the terabyte, just again why everyone gets terabyte, you'll have it. So in the terabyte is where you're gonna, need your oppressor. It's where you'll upgrade your oppressor, where you'll store your oppressor. As I said before, I have an oppressor everywhere. You can see I have another one sitting right there. So if one blows up, I got a backup one. And just like the MOC, I can fast order my oppressor, which will put it like closer to me than it would if you call the mechanic. And here are the MK2 weapons. Brief little summary. They're stronger. than the regular weapons. Plus, they can get even stronger if you add the, incineration round, armor piercing, explosive, incineration. Explosive rounds are I use that shotgun all the time. It's very useful. And again, this will help give you an advantage against other players. A lot of players, even ones that are higher level, don't have this stuff done. So if I can kill them faster or easier than they can kill me, then I'm going to live longer, and the chances of me killing them is quicker or better. And again, there's the sniper rifle. I got out explosive rounds. What's cool about this MK2 one is not only can you have like a night vision onto it, you can also have thermal. Thermal makes it great because they like to hide in bushes or behind walls and behind stuff, but the thermal will still give away their position, so that's very, very helpful. So here's a better visual about the MC missions, the MC businesses I was talking about. Again, the cocaine and meth are neck and neck, but buy the cocaine, first, for example, then your meth. When they go on sale, that's the best time to buy it. And then, of course, the third one is the counterfeit. I have everything because I've been playing for a while, and I'm just going to do that. But when they do their specials and it's double the money and triple the speed, you can make a ton of money, especially if you have friends helping you out. Then you'll make a profit off the weed farm and the documentary. But in order to make a profit, any profit, you have to upgrade everything, and that's going to cost money. So I say get it while it's on sale and cheap, or get the free ones. That'll add to your nightclub, which is your passive, and then eventually, if it's something you want to do, then upgrade it. But before you upgrade it, make sure you get it at the best location, because if you switch locations, you're going to have to spend all that money all over again. So don't upgrade until you have the best location. I'm adamant about my locations, and I said all my locations are close to my facility and my bunker in the center of the map. The wheat farm is a little bit further because there's not too many wheat farms. Same thing with the documentary. It's just north of where I'm at, across that lake. So, but another time, another video. I'm just giving you guys the gist of it and what you need. But since we're here, here's a quick little breakdown if you want to do the MC stuff. Again, this will be another video. The picture will probably be a lot clearer because I just zoomed in on it. Alright, moving on. So here's a quick breakdown. You can do different VIP, but I can usually make anywhere from 200,000 to 500,000 an hour. Especially with bunker sales in between and the nightclub sales in between. That can boost you way over 500,000 an hour. And of course, and eventually in between, you'll be doing these missions. KO, Praico. I always mess that up, my bad. That's another good way to make like $1 million an hour. Or every other hour. Because there's like an hour cooldown if you need to, but again, another time for another video. So back to the cool stuff. The way you do it is now, if you have to work for somebody, you may have to, because in the beginning you're not going to have this. You're going to get tired of just stealing cars. You can do VIP stuff, or but if you're a CEO or work for a CEO, this is the routine. And I got plenty of grinding videos that I've done, so you can watch those. You got to be a CEO or work for someone that's a CEO. The popular one is the headhunter. I don't do that. I do executive search or piracy. The piracy is the one on the yacht. I know you don't have a yacht, but if you're working for someone, chances are they might. I have one. Find me. Same name. Uh, so you do a VIP mission, and then you go to the terabyte. And after the terabyte, you go do another VIP mission. So you can do the piracy. I usually do like the piracy first. Then I'll do a robbery in progress from the terabyte. Then I'll do an executive search, perhaps. So doing the sightseer, I'll do executive search, or I'll do the haulage. And when I do the haulage, I use the MOC. Because the reason why I use the MOC is because it takes, I think, way over 60. It can handle at least 60, right? 24, yeah, 60 rockets from the oppressor. So after 60, that's when I don't know exactly when, but it's after 60 is when the MOC will blow up. So for the haulage, one oppressor, maybe two oppressors coming after you, they're not going to kill you. Then after that, I go back and I'll do the diamond shopping. The diamond shopping, I got plenty of video on that. It's real easy to do. You only have to go into the building. Pink showed me how to do that real easily. So you'll catch that in the video. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But if it doesn't happen, it's still pretty quick. So the diamond one is definitely, really quick. And then I go back and I'll either do another haulage or I'll do a transporter. I try to buy all the vehicles and stuff. I do the transporter because that one's a good one. Because whoever's driving, you don't really need to give them backup. Because as long as the vehicle in the trailer doesn't get hurt, you're fine. Most of the time the bad guys are shooting you. If you're the CEO, it's better to have somebody else be the driver because the NPCs will come after the CEO. So if I'm not driving it, they're coming after me. I'm in my presser. They're not going to hit me. And they kind of follow the vehicle, but they kind of leave it alone. Little side tip. And then after that, you can do the target data, which I like doing, or by that point, depending on how much fast you were, you can go back to do robbery. So it's robbery, diamond, target, or robbery, diamond, diamond, robbery, back and forth, back and forth. I don't do the data sweep. I don't do any of this other stuff, but the diamond shopping and the robbery are the two ones that I definitely do on the terabyte. If I want a little different, I'll do the target data, and then for the VIP, it's executive search all day long. Piracy once an hour. And the reason why I like doing the piracy is because if you're in an empty lobby, which you can do in an invite only, or empty lobby, which I can do, it gives me time to set up the next mission, or if I need to go buy armor and snacks and stuff, I can go get all that cool stuff done out of the way without interfering the people that are helping me with their game. Because everything, like I said, if you're not making money, you're losing money. I'm very adamant about that. And as you can see from number 11, just rinse and repeat. And you don't have to do, each from that order. Like I said, you're going to go basically from VIP to terabyte. And then from the terabyte to the VIP. Or if you want, you can start with the terabyte and then do a VIP mission. And that is a great way, again, to make anywhere from 200,000 to 500,000 an hour. We showed this video earlier for the oppressor. On the left side, you'll see the VIP works. Cloud is good if you have Phantom Wedge. Transporter is the one I was just talking about. Again, buy the stuff when it's on sale. Headhunter, that's another popular one that a lot of people like to do. Haulage is the one I love to do. House Takeover is kind of fun. If you have a tank, I'd recommend doing it with a tank. It can also be fast. Executive search. There's the sightseer that a lot of people would like to do. So a quick way to make money is to, again, be mindful of your time. If you have people coming after you or whatever, or your vehicle is going to be in danger, you're going to have to figure this out on your own. But you can return your vehicle to storage. You can, if you have one in the terabyte, you can return that automatically, or you can just go with the back button and services and go to your vehicle and return it. Because if you're going to go into the terabyte, or you can go somewhere different, or a different vehicle, don't leave your oppressor out, because you don't want to deal with that 5-minute rule. And if you have a vehicle in your MOC out, you can also call that back, or any vehicle you're in, you can always return it to storage. If it's from the terabyte, you can do it this way. If it's in the MOC, you can use the MOC button, or you can always use the standard return your vehicle. So to go back to the terabyte part of it, is you're going to have a drone station if you want to do the diamond sell. See how expensive it is? Get it when it's on sale. The weapon workshop, That's for the MK2 weapons. You'll do that while you have your bunker going and you have your research done. Then you can, upgrade that. And then the specialized workshop is the one for the oppressor. So when you get your oppressor, you'll need the specialized workshop so you could upgrade your oppressor Mark II. You're going to need to do that if you're going to want to shoot missiles out of it and you want to, armor on it, because you're going to need the armor on it. And remember, you're playing the game, play it however you want. So feel free to tell people whatever you want, as the picture suggests. They don't like it. You know what? Play the game the way you want to play it. It's your game. Don't worry about what other people are there. Yeah, don't worry about it. So, other ways to make money if you're not a CEO is you got to do other odd end jobs. This is one of them. Go to online, go to jobs. Play job. But you can do races. You'll have to fumble around with it because there's like hundreds. They added new ones. There's a bunch. But do a job, whether it's a race or a mission or there's a Lester missions in there. There's Trevor. One in particular I was thinking about. But play it, and then that's what you want to do as well as every week. There's double money and triple experience or RP on the jobs. Right now it's any racing games. There's triple money actually, so that's kind of cool. So you can do that. In the meantime, you can do it with your friends, take turns, because when you do the races, everyone will make money, and the top prize again goes to first place. But the more laps you do, the more money you can win. Or if you gotta do at least 5. If you go less than that, you'll mess things up. Just trust me. So 5 laps at least, and keep doing that. You'll be making money on the side. It'll also help you get your experience up and your driving skills up as well. So that's a good thing. The other thing I keep forgetting is when you first start the game, in the top left-hand corner, Rockstar is going to give you advice. There's if you have a certain revolver, so many headshots you do will help your skill level. Also, once you complete it, you'll get like 200 grand. If you solve this murder mystery, you'll get 200 grand. Again, this will pop up in the left time every time you go into a new lobby or when you first turn the game on. If you complete all those little Rockstar ones, there's I think like 5 or 6. They're 200. You'll get 200 grand per one. That's when you're done with all of them. That's a million. So that's how you make a quick million in the beginning. There's also one for that there was an add-on. I have a video about it on how to get the antique and the movie props that were stolen. I got a whole video about that. It's achievement for that one. That's why there's a video. But that one is every time you complete one, you get like 10 or 20 grand. Plus, when you complete the whole thing, that's 200 grand. So that's it's easy to make 2 million when you first start the game, and that's what you kind of want to do, because then that'll be your startup money for the other stuff that you need. And back to this part, another good way to make money is to do this heist. Once you have it, or you work with someone that does have it like I do, again, you can make anywhere from 900,000 on up, solo. If you have someone with you, you can still make $1 million. If you want that person to make $1 million as well, a lot of times people do 60-40 or 60-15. You have to work that out amongst yourselves. But if I need to make $1 million, I'll make my $1 million, and I can have it where they make typically 800,000. I got to make a little bit more because I got to pay for the suppressors. I got to pay for the startup, things like that. I have to pay Lester. I have to pay the laundry fee, blah, 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 blah. So it's usually 60-40. But with that being in mind, when you do it with 2 people or more, you have to fill up your bags. If you fill up your bag and they fill up their bag, then you both easily can make $1 million each. Whoever's in charge of the heist will make, just over $1 million, and whoever's below will make either $1 million or just under that. And it varies. There's a couple ones that don't pay out a whole lot, but when they do pay out more, and you see that there's in the basement where you get your main item, whether it's the drool or a painting or the bear bonds or the tequila, that one pays 900,000. In there, there's another little area, another little vault that has gold or paintings. If you have two people, you go in there and you can take that, and that's how you both can fill up your bag real quick from the office, the basement, and that little vault right there will fill it. That doesn't pop up all the time, but that's one of the ones, and that's probably for like another video. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you got any information out of it, press that like button. If it was entertaining, press that like button. That helps me out tremendously. If you want more videos like that, or you want to say thank you, the best way, easiest way to say thank you is subscribe. You don't have to hit that notification button. I don't want to bug you, but if you subscribe, that would help me out so much. I can't stress that enough. You know how we know what's going on in the world. People are struggling, and subscribing is so beneficial, so helpful, more ways than one. I can't express how much. So thank you so much for watching. Hope it was enjoyable, and I'll see you guys on the next video.